Happy Friday, everyone. I'm here with Sarah with Meritus Real Estate.
Hi there, Liz. Good morning.
Good morning. I'm just going to do a quick bio about Sarah, and then we will get started on some questions. Sarah grew up in the Sioux City area, but more so claims her roots, which are in population 271, Newcastle, Nebraska. Sarah grew up riding horses, fishing, and playing softball and volleyball. The college years were spent at the University of South Dakota as a member of the Alpha Phi Delta. A lifetime of fun, friends, and memories were made during those 4 years. So much so that Sarah returned to Vermilion a few years later and earned her MBA. Sarah married Brian Gross on 9/10/11, and they have a 4-year-old daughter, Bria. They live in Harrisburg, South Dakota, and hope to one day build a home on an acreage and travel often. The bio of Sarah is not complete without the mention that Sarah loves cake. She loves cake a lot. Sarah Gross is approaching the 1-year mark in her real estate career. She is a broker associate with Meritus Real Estate Group and a member of the Prostrello Real Estate Group in Sioux Falls, South Dakota. Sarah seeks to educate her clients about marketing conditions and each property's potential while collaborating on decisions throughout the transaction. Responsiveness, accountability, humor, and satisfaction guaranteed. All right, Sarah, so your first question. Where do you see yourself in 5 years?
I see myself doing much the same, definitely having more of my processes in place for my business. Right now, I'm kind of at the point where I'm trying to do everything all at once and trying to get everything figured out. So I see myself being much more streamlined and just getting out there and spending more time with my clients and that sort of thing. And I think I'll be the happiest I've ever been in my whole life. Future's bright.
Awesome. So next we've got, what is one thing that you find true that most people would disagree with?
I think that a lot of times people think that what society wants from them or their friends or a workplace is for them to fit the mold and a certain mold, or you always try to think and try to predict what other people's expectations are of you. And I just think, from personal experience, I just think you're happier and you're more secure and people are going to value you more if you are just yourself and embracing yourself, your strengths and your weaknesses, and just being genuine with people and ultimately yourself.
Absolutely, great answer. So next up, what habits have helped make you successful?
My habit has always just been that I talk too much. I talk a lot. And that's another sort of thing, just embracing yourself. So I think I've become successful in real estate just because I'm just not afraid to make someone my friend. I'm not afraid to make a stranger my friend. So I'm quick to kind of try to understand where people are at and how they're feeling, their level of comfort in a room or in a conversation or an event. And I just try to seek them out and make them feel welcomed and invited. And, I show genuine interest in people and I want to hear about them and hear their story. And so I think my habit of being a social butterfly of sorts has made me successful in real estate because I've been able to source a lot of clients in the most unexpected, unpredictable ways and places, and that's what really launched my business.
I would have to definitely agree with you on that. Being around you, you definitely have a very bubbly personality, a great personality. You have the ability to draw anybody in that's in the room. So I would definitely have to agree with you on that, and it certainly is a pleasure to get to know you better.
Thank you, Liz.
Yes. So what has been your biggest mistake?
I think my biggest mistake is just that, kind of like what I talked to before, like I just I thought that people would like me more and I'd be more successful in career and in life if I tried to be like everyone else and, tried to put myself into a box of someone else's design. It didn't work for me. I was just always just trying to get out, but scared to do so. Like I almost kind of talked myself out of it because it's like, oh no, that's not safe. That's not right. People won't like it. That'll be wrong. It wasn't until I was just like, I can't even take it anymore. I think what I want to do and how I want to do it is the right way for me. And I was fortunate enough to have a very supporting spouse that just kind of let me go after it. And I'm very thankful, and I'm just going to keep doing it.
No, I think that's awesome. I know that I've certainly experienced that all my life, trying to put myself into a box and make myself, the quote unquote normal person, and, try to do whatever, like you said, what everyone else thinks that you should do or what's normal in society. And, if I can hit these benchmarks, then that'll make me successful. But I've had to, I've fallen on my face several times trying to do that. So hopefully I'm at a place in my life where I've stopped trying to do that. So yeah, it's interesting what happens as you grow older and how that unfolds in your life.
Yeah, and you're probably experiencing it too. You just build confidence, and you're also building momentum.
Yep.
And now that I'm building momentum in my real estate career, a lot of my friends and friends of friends and family, coworkers, people in my community, like they're seeing it, they're hearing about it, and people are talking about it. That working with me is fun and educational, and you're involved, and it's transparent, and they want to jump on with me, and that just makes me be even more driven and want to succeed and help more people. So absolutely.
Awesome. All right, just 2 questions left. How has social media impacted your personal life?
Well, personal life, I love that I can stay in contact with people from high school and childhood and just other events and vacations. I mean, I'm friends with a couple that we were assigned to at a dinner table on a cruise line that we took several years ago, and we're Facebook friends, and I still get to see what's up with them and watch their kids grow and that. So just like the ability to stay connected to people and be that resource. I mean, sometimes if you put something out there or someone else puts something out there that's, sad or super exciting news, I mean, just a simple like or a heart or a way to go or that's awesome or I knew you would succeed or I knew you'd be great at that, or the I'm so sorry for your loss, is there anything that I can do, how can we get together on this? Just having that ability to stay connected and support everyone that you've encountered in your life is just what's really impacted me in my personal life. Just being reminded of how many people's lives that I've touched and that have touched me, and how I can keep staying in contact and in touch with those people.
Yeah, absolutely. I think that's great. I definitely have the same sentiments as far as being able to keep in touch with family that are a couple states away and things like that, and see photos of their family and, friends that you've maybe made growing up that have moved away and things like that. So, yeah.
Or getting to know people through social media. So like when they show up at your wedding and their family from out of state, it's like, oh, hi. So, it's not like you're meeting for the first time, and it's just comfortable.
Absolutely. So last question, how has social media impacted you on a professional level?
It's just been much the same. It's helped me grow my business because people that have known me my whole life, the good, the bad, and the ugly, and that have wanted me to succeed in life, they're seeing that I'm doing something great now and that I love, and they're just, they're kind of like, I knew she should have known realtor. Like, I could have told her that, you know? So just them seeing and being supportive of that, and then reaching out to me and saying, hey, you know, thinking about buying or selling my house. Can you help me? Or my, you know, my cousin or my neighbor or my, you know, my grandfather just passed, and, you know, we've got to figure out what to do with his home. Can you help us explore those options and what that would look like? I mean, that's great. That's fantastic. And that's what social media has done. I've been able to try to transfer that into my professional life as well.
That's awesome. That's very awesome. I know that in the, you know, different adventures that I've had in the last couple of years, it's definitely allowed me to stay in contact with people that I've met in all kinds of different, you know, capacities, whether it be work or personal. And, you know, even somebody that I had met in a really nonchalant way, they needed some help, and they found me on social media, and then we connected and were able to get some stuff worked out. So yeah, it's amazing, you know, nowadays what social media can really do. And one thing I have noticed personally is it has kind of shrunk my world, you know, where I come from a small town, and moving up here, you know, to Sioux Falls, to me was a big deal because that's the biggest town I've ever lived in. And it just really, really shrunk my world, you know, just even in Sioux Falls. So yeah, it's kind of nice to be able to keep up with people and all that. But
Right.
yeah, I want to thank you so much for agreeing to an interview, and I wish you very, very well in your career, and I look forward to seeing more of you.
All right. Thanks, Liz. Thanks for your time this morning.
Bye.
Goodbye.